Tibet halal industry. Singular grading white rice is still under consideration. Salam Malaysia Madani, I'm Mohana Priya and you're watching Malaysia Tonight. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi's 7-day working visit to Japan from today will focus on strengthening the National Technical and Vocational Education and Training or TVET agenda and solidifying Malaysia's position as a hub in the global halal industry. This first visit by Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid since his appointment as Deputy Prime Minister under the administration of the Madani government in December 2022 clearly reflects Malaysia's priority in both fields, which have broad international markets. Speaking to journalists in Tokyo, Deputy Chief of Mission of the Embassy of Malaysia in Tokyo, Anwar Udzir, said the visit was set to enhance the status of technical and vocational training in the country.
Kerjasama yang mungkin kita dapat adakan di Jepun ini saya rasa memperluaskan lagi bukan saja jaringan atau jalinan Malaysia dalam bidang ini. Saya rasa ia juga akan dapat membuka peluang untuk mungkin syarikat-syarikat tempatan di Malaysia untuk mencuburi peluang ataupun mengadakan kerjasama dengan syarikat-syarikat yang mungkin berminat untuk mencuburi dalam bidang perindustrian halal.
Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid is also scheduled to visit the National Institute of Technology, Tokyo College, to gain valuable insights into Japan's exemplary TVET system, as well as the NEC superpower. He will witness the signing of the collaboration agreement on innovation partnership between My Digital Corporation and Toshiba Digital Solutions Corporation in the application of big data technology. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadil said that the decision on the proposal of a singular grading of white rice is still under consideration and has not been finalised by the Cabinet. The matter must first be fully assessed by the National Cost of Living Action Council, or NACOL, alongside industry players involved.
Sebarang keputusan dasar perlu melalui Kabinet dan waktu ini belum ada pemakluman dan dibincangkan di Kabinet tentang perkara ini. Seperti yang Perdana Menteri telah sebut, NACOL akan teliti keseluruhan dan akan buat kenyataan kemudian.
Fahmi, who is also the spokesperson for the unity government, when met today also emphasised the necessity for discussions and coordination within the rice ecosystem, involving entrepreneurs, shopkeepers and retailers. Yesterday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim was reported as saying that the issue of price control of rice will be one of the main agendas at the NACOL meeting next week. The Ministry of Health, MOH, confirms that 18 victims are being treated at 3 hospitals in the Klang Valley following a gas leak incident that occurred at a factory in Perindustrian Bukit Raja, Section 7, Shah Alam, yesterday. Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad said that 10 victims were admitted to the Shah Alam Hospital, 5 others to Tengku Ampuan Rahimah Hospital and 3 to the Sungai Buloh Hospital. He added that all the hospitalized were in stable condition, with 14 of them sustaining only light symptoms and are treated as outpatients. 4 other individuals were warded for further monitoring, including 2 pregnant women, and no cases required intensive care.
Sebanyak 18 mangsa telah dibawa ke 3 buah hospital berasingan untuk rawatan selanjutnya. Of course, 5 mangsa di Tengku Ishtar, Tengku Ampuan Rahimah, Kelang, 10 di Hospital Shah Alam dan 3 di Hospital Sungai Buloh. Dan keadaan semua ini mereka dalam keadaan stabil.
Health Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad indicated that the waiting period for cancer treatment at Ministry of Health facilities tends to vary and could take up to a month depending on the severity of a patient's condition. Furthermore, he clarified that individuals diagnosed in need of a follow-up treatment at MOH health clinics will continue to be referred to MOH hospitals.
Kita ada 9 ya. That is the one, two, kita ada, these are all the hospital yang ada oncology ya. Oncology centers, HKL, IKN, Hospital Pulau Pinang, ya, Sultan, ya, JB, Sultan Ismail, ya, Hospital Umum Sarawak, and of course Hospital Wanita dan Kanak-Kanak Sabah. Sementara itu kita juga mengambil manfaat dengan kerjasama hospital-hospital universiti ya, seumpama hospital Universiti Sains, hospital Universiti Melaya. Ya. So kita kerjasama juga dengan hospital-hospital di bawah MOH ya. Jadi itu yang kita lakukan dan untuk mendapatkan mengurangkan ataupun reduce the waiting time.
Speaking to reporters after the World Cancer Day 2024 in Cyberjaya today, Datuk Sri Dr. Zulkifli highlighted the increasing trend of cancer cases in Malaysia, with 168,822 reported cases between 2017 and 2021, according to the Malaysian Cancer Registry. The 5 most prevalent types include breast, colorectal, lung, lymphoma, and liver cancer. Youths, especially those who are not keen to pursue higher education, are encouraged to enroll in lifelong learning or PSH programs offered at community colleges and technical and vocational training or TVET institutions throughout the country. Deputy Higher Education Minister Dato' Mustafa Sakmod said that this would enable the group to obtain skills certificates in their fields of interest and help them improve their economic status, especially through the field of entrepreneurship.
Industri gig ini kita tahu relevannya sehingga mana. Tapi apa yang bertahan? Yang bertahan itu ialah sijil kemahiran anda. Jadi dengan sijil kemahiran itu dia boleh dapat kerja di mana-mana dan juga membuka perniagaan masing-masing. Dan ini yang kita mau cuba perluaskan di peringkat KPT dan juga college community ini supaya kita mau tarik anak-anak muda ini jangan sampai tercicir.
He said this to reporters after the Jejak Tivet Madani at Poly CC program at the Bukit Beruang Community College in Melaka today. Datuk Mustafa said the PSH program consists of short-term courses available at minimal costs and is accessible through community colleges nationwide. Earlier, he inaugurated the Lab X Coffee Lounge Incubator Centre, which is run by alumni of the community college. The light rail transit or LRT services throughout the Ampang Sri Petaling line has been restored and is currently in full operation for passengers after comprehensive repair works. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said that the reopening of the services were made after approval was obtained from the Land Public Transport Agency based on evaluation and inspections carried out beforehand.
Setahun telah berlalu. Kerosakan struktur ini telah pun diperbaiki oleh pihak prasarana. Mereka telah melantik juru perunding bebas dan juga kontraktor, mereka dan bina untuk memperbaiki struktur tersebut. Seperti yang kita tunjukkan tadi, ada 3 struktur yang telah pun diperbaiki dan telah pun siap sepenuhnya pada akhir bulan Disember yang lalu.
He said this in a media conference after visiting the LRT Bandaraya station in the federal capital. Previously, the passage between the Masjid Jami station and Bandaraya station were closed due to safety issues following damage to tracks and the pedestrian walk bridge. Repair works began on 17th March 2023, involving 2 phases, comprised of supporting the walk bridge and then restoring the structure to its proper form. Meanwhile, Prasarana Malaysia Berhad will take legal action against the developer and site owner of a hotel project allegedly responsible for disruptions to the LRT operations between Masjid Jami and Bandaraya stations, including seeking compensation of 38 million ringgit. Transport Minister Anthony Loke said that the amount includes the cost of structural repairs and operational costs of contingency plans, such as providing shuttle buses.
Kalau kita lihat dengan mata kasar, tapak pembinaan itu terletak begitu dekat dengan stesen bandaraya dan dekat dengan jejambat ataupun kita punya track kita, pier kita. Jadi sudah tentu kerosakan ini telah pun disahkan oleh pihak juru berunding bahawa berpunca daripada pergerakan tanah yang disebabkan oleh kerja-kerja pembinaan.
He said the decision to initiate legal action only after completing all repair processes was to ensure that service disruptions could be resolved as soon as possible. Loke also said that further monitoring will be done to ensure that the incident does not occur again. Malaysia keen to collaborate with the EU in energy transition. Malaysia has expressed its commitment to collaborate with the European Union, the EU, particularly on energy technology transfer for energy transition and water security in the nation. Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Fadillah Yusof said this is another area that requires focus as he was entrusted by the Prime Minister to look into global collaboration, particularly in new technology and systems to reduce carbon emission in the country. As Malaysia is on track to achieve zero net emission by 2050, Datuk Seri Fadillah, who is also the Energy Transition and Water Transformation Minister, said the ministry is keen to cooperate with the EU in the research and development or R&D field that could boost the country's initiative. Datuk Seri Fadillah said this during a brunch with the EU delegates in Santubong today. Meanwhile, EU Ambassador to Malaysia, Michalis Rokas, said EU will work together with Sarawak and the federal government to find solutions on connectivity and digitalization areas to accelerate the green and energy transition in Malaysia. Sarawak is set to host the Asia-Pacific Green Hydrogen Conference and Exhibition 2024 at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, from 11th until 13th June this year. 60 rural libraries have been used as additional registration centres for the Central Database Hub or PADU system. Chief Statistician Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Uzair Maidin said that the Department of Statistics Malaysia has formed a strategic partnership with the National Library of Malaysia to boost PADU registrations by setting up additional physical counters. He said these rural libraries are used as additional registration centres for PADU in addition to more than 900 digital economy centres, PEDI, urban transformation centres, UTC, and rural transformation centres, RTC. In a statement today, Datuk Seri Muhammad Uzair said Malaysians are advised not to wait until the last minute to update their details on PADU as it can cause system congestion. Any feedback, complaints, inquiries or recommendations for improvements about the PADU implementation system and method can be directed to the PADU Complaint Management System. The PADU system was launched on 2nd January and Malaysians aged 18 and above can register and update their personal information until the 31st of March. The Melaka branch of the Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Ministry, KPDN, is holding the Back-to-School Ehsan Rahmah sales in 4 supermarkets in the state beginning today until the 3rd of March. State Entrepreneur Development, Cooperatives and Consumer Affairs Committee Chairman Alex Sia Shu Chin said that the 4 supermarkets are Keluargaku in Bukit Baru and Maidin branches in Pulau Sebang, Jasin and Aikaro. He said the program under the Payung Rahmah initiative offers discounts of up to 30% on a range of school essentials, including school uniforms, extracurricular attire, school shoes, stationery and school bags.
Kalau ada pasaran-pasaran yang willing to board, saya rasa mereka boleh hubung dengan KPDN, hubung dengan kita akan cuba selaraskan. Dan saya percaya daripada wakil-wakil rakyat tempatan pun kita juga akan buat back to school. Kualiti dari sudut pakaian. Saya rasa kualiti itu sama juga. Dia bukan katakan disebabkan kita nak mengurangkan kos, lepas tu kita bagi kualiti yang berbeza, tak.
Speaking to reporters after launching the program at the Keluargaku supermarket in Bukit Baru, Melaka today, Alex added that there is no purchase limit for each family and the prices offered under this initiative are much cheaper. Now, a total of 43 cases of failing to use the special pink price tag and 1 case of no price tag were recorded during the implementation of the festive season maximum price control scheme SHMMP for the 2024 Chinese New Year, which came into effect on the 6th of February. Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Ministry KPDN Enforcement Director General Dato' Azman Adam, however, said there were no cases of selling above the maximum price detected during the implementation period of the maximum price control scheme. In a statement today, he said a total of 6,186 inspections were carried out on business premises nationwide throughout the implementation of this scheme. This included 118 inspections of wholesale and manufacturer premises and 6,068 inspections of retail premises. According to Dato' Azman, the price control scheme for the 2024 Chinese New Year, which was in force until 14th February, was implemented as the government's move to address the rising cost of living during the festive season. Former Thai PM Thaksin should to be released tomorrow. Welcome back. Thailand's former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra is set to be released on 18th February, according to Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin on Saturday. Thavisin, upon returning to Thailand in August last year after ending a 15-year exile, was soon detained and sentenced to an 8-year prison sentence on several charges. However, he was transferred from a Bangkok prison to a hospital due to health concerns and has remained in hospital since. His sentence was, however, cut to 1 year by King Mahavajiralongkorn. The exact details of Thaksin's release are not clear, but he may be subject to monitoring, possibly with an ankle tag and restrictions on his right to travel. It comes after Justice Minister Thawi Sotsong said earlier this week that Thaksin, 74, would be among 930 prisoners granted early release. The Thai media have reported that he could be released very early in the morning, but Srettha said he did not know any details. Thaksin's release coincided with his Pheu Thai party returning to government in alliance with pro-military parties, leading many to conclude that an agreement had been struck to cut his jail time. Heavy snow hit many parts of northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region over the past 2 days, disrupting traffic as the temperature dropped by up to 24 degrees Celsius. Police officers and highway management departments implemented temporary traffic controls at some snow-hit road sections and organized machinery and personnel to clear the snow. From Friday to Sunday, many places in Xinjiang have experienced or will be affected by blizzards, strong winds and cold waves, according to the region's meteorological observatory. The Xinjiang Meteorological Department's alert comes at a critical juncture as the region prepares for the compounded effects of severe weather conditions. This warning is not just a meteorological prediction, but a signal to the local and national authorities to mobilize resources to ensure the safety and mobility of millions. Heavy snowstorms are expected to blanket most areas, severely impacting visibility and road conditions. The snowy weather has also forced local railway departments to suspend operation of some trains during the weekend. Local authorities have also taken measures to ensure normal heating and water supplies. Jonathan guns down silver in Denmark. National shooting ace Jonathan Wong capped off his training stint in Denmark with a silver medal in the men's 10-meter air pistol at the Denmark Open Air 2024 on Friday. Now, the 31-year-old fired 234.7 points to finish behind champion from India Arjun Singh, who recorded 239 points in the competition held in Wildenberg Sports OG Kultur Center. Home shooter Hansen Jonas Kofod had to settle for bronze with 213.1 points. National Shooting Association of Malaysia Executive Secretary Hayati Shamsuri said they were pleased to see that Jonathan managed to take home a medal after finishing second in the qualifying round with a total of 576 points. Jonathan has been in Denmark since 14th January to undergo training, which is also part of his preparation for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris this July. She added that this was a good decision for Jonathan in qualifying for more finals, gaining experience, and subsequently reducing any sense of unfamiliarity if he qualifies for the finals in any major championships. Hayati, when contacted today, said Jonathan, who is expected to arrive from Denmark next Tuesday, will continue training before competing in the next two World Cup series in Baku, Azerbaijan, and Munich, Germany. Al Ahly lost 3-2 away to Al Uqud in the Saudi Pro League on Friday. Despite dominating possession and opportunities on goal, Matthias Jaisel's side missed the opportunity to put pressure on second place Al Nassr, who play on Saturday against Al Fateh, by closing the gap to 3 points. Al Uqud took the lead twice in the first half, with Barcelona Academy graduate Alex Collado opening the scoring in the 25th minute. Georgian international defender Solomon Kivvelia doubled their lead after he deflected an Alan St. Maximin cross, his own net just after the half-hour mark. The hosts regained their advantage through fullback Hamad Al-Mansour, who found the bottom corner with a thumping volley on the edge of the box, leaving ex-Chelsea goalkeeper Edouard Mendy no chance. Manchester City treble winner Riyad Mahrez then won a penalty, which Al Ahly captain and former Liverpool forward Roberto Firmino converted in first half of injury time. Kirvelia, however, redeemed his earlier error after the break when he flicked on a long throw-in for Al Uqdud's Cameroonian striker Leandre Tawamba to hit home what turned out to be the winner. The result sees Al Ahly remain in third on 40 points, while Al Uqdud climb up the table into 11th on 23 points. World number 2 Carlos Alcaraz advanced to the semi-finals of the Argentina Open in Buenos Aires on Friday with a comfortable victory over Italian qualifier Andrea Vavasori. Now, the tournament's top seed and defending champion prevailed in a tie-break after a close first set before taking his game up a notch and win 7-6, 6-1 in just his second match back after a disappointing quarter-final exit at the Australian Open. Vavasori, who stunned three-time major winner Andy Murray on clay at the Madrid Masters last year, matched the Spanish star blow for blow in the opening set before Alcaraz took it in a tie-break. He then raced into a 5-love lead in the second set before sealing victory after an hour and 40 minutes on court. Alcaraz, a two-time major winner, is now just 2 matches away from reclaiming the ATP 250 clay court title, with third seed Nicolas Jarry awaiting him in the last 4. The Chilean came through after Argentine 5th seed Thomas Martin at Cheveri was forced to retire in their quarterfinal match after 2 sets that had been evenly shared 4-6, 7-5. Third seed Elena Rybakina is into the final of the Qatar Open after a 6-2, 6-4 win over Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in Friday's semi-final, and will now meet world number 1 Iga Swiatek in the decider on Saturday. Defending champion Swiatek will be well rested as she bids to win the tournament for a 3rd consecutive year after she received a walkover in her semi-final when Karolina Pliskova withdrew because of a lower back injury. Rybakina, with wins in Brisbane and Abu Dhabi already this year, looked to be easing to victory before the unseeded Russian put in a brave finish and will now meet Swiatek in a final for the first time. After an even opening, Rybakina served to love to make it 2-2 before going on to break the Russian serve twice in the first set. The The second set saw Rybakina break serve straight away, then rallied to hold serve to make it 3-1 and followed up with another break. Rybakina served for the match at 5-2, but even as Pavlyuchenkova broke serve for the first time to push her opponent all the way, Rybakina held her nerve and her serve to foil any chance of a comeback. Swiatek and Rybakina have met on 4 occasions before, with Rybakina winning the last 3, which includes their quarterfinal last year in Rome when the Pole retired through injury. Britain's 6-time Olympic track cycling champion Chris Hoy said that he was optimistic and positive after revealing on Friday that he had been diagnosed with cancer last year. The 47-year-old from Edinburgh said that he is currently undergoing chemotherapy. In a statement posted on social media, he said he had wanted to keep his diagnosis private, but his hand had been forced. Sprinter Hoy was at the vanguard of Britain's era of domination in track cycling, winning gold medals at the Athens, Beijing and London Olympics. He also claimed 11 world titles during a glittering career. Until 2021, Hoy was the most successful British Olympian and the most successful Olympic cyclist of all time, before being overtaken by fellow cyclist Jason Kenny, who claimed his 7th Olympic gold at the Tokyo Games. Reacting to the news on X, British Cycling said, "Everyone at British Cycling sends their love and best wishes to you and your family, Chris. You got this."
TNB Liga Hoki Malaysia 2024. Ahad 18 Februari, UiTM HAKPT bertemu Kuala Lumpur City 4 petang dan THT bertemu Young Elephants Pahang 6 petang di saluran OK dan saluran sukan RTM. Juga saksikan secara langsung di RTM Klik. Isu-isu sukan tempatan di pelbagai arena, pelbagai gelanggang. Pencapaian dan kontroversi akan dikupas dan dibincangkan dalam Planet Sukan setiap Ahad 10 malam di TV1 dan saluran sukan RTM. Saksikan juga secara penstrima langsung di RTM Klik.
And that's it from us this evening. In our top story, Japan visit to strengthen Tibet and halal industry. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. I'm Mohana Priya. Thank you for your company.